Right people, what's up? Obviously we're back doing another video. For being honest with you guys, I felt like shit. Not so much in terms of like illness and whatnot, just in terms of just being depressed. Like, that's just how it's been. But we're trying to kick that. We're trying to get back on things again. Like, I haven't trained for the last week, so we're getting in today. We're going to do a good session. We're going to make sure it's a long session as well, but take our time with it, not overdo anything. But I want to do a full body session today, because it's going to make up for the training that I have missed, and it's also going to give me a lot more content to use for the video as well. Because like I said, I haven't trained. I need to go Sainsbury's. I need to buy myself a shaker again, because I don't know where my old shaker's gone. And I need to just get back on things like using my creatine properly, how it should be used, getting some protein in when I need it, just different things like that. I haven't been taking things seriously at all, so if I'm going to pull 300, I need to start acting up a little bit more, you know what I mean? I need to be a bit more serious about actually training and going for this 300 deadlift. Nothing else happens, and I should see you all at the gym.
Okay everybody, another little commentary again from me. Like I said, this was all filmed on the same day. I hadn't trained like for the whole of the week, so I thought, you know what, I better do some full body workout today. As you can see, we begin by doing a bit of push, so we was on the bench press. I did an initial one with just the bar, and I put 20 kilos on the side, making it 60 kilos on the bar, aiming to hit at least 8 reps per set. Now we did 3 good sets with 20 kilos, obviously 20 kilos aside. So I thought, you know what, it's okay, it feels good, let's try and add a little bit more. So on my final set, I actually put an extra 10 kilos aside and went for 80 kilos, which is 80% of my max. And I did manage to do 3 half decent reps. They weren't great, but they're still decent. We then move on to some cable flies. I'm doing the cable flies from the highest point that is available on the cables, just so I feel like I squeeze my chest a lot more when it's at the highest point. It feels a lot better to me, so that's why I have the cables quite high. As you can see, get a good squeeze on the chest with that. Have a little nip slip as well. And then I moved on to doing some overhead press. Now I hadn't really done anything for my shoulders yet, so I used just the bar, which is 20 kilos, to warm up my shoulders. It felt very, very light. It was very quick, so I was thinking, yes, great, I'm gonna smash this today. Put 10 aside on. Next thing I know, I'm like, wow, this is a struggle. So 40 kilos in total just there, managing to push out 10 reps. I add an extra 5 kilos in total, making it 45. And it really does make a big difference when you add that extra 5 kilos. As you can see, third one there struggling, fourth is a bit of a grind as well, but we try, but just didn't move. So I try again, and yeah, couldn't get it up above my head. So after that, we move on to do some overhead press with dumbbells. I'm using 14 kilo dumbbells here. The initial 5 or so reps felt very, very good, very quick, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my shoulders just absolutely died on me and it became a big struggle. These overhead press with dumbbells was supersetted with lateral raise, using 6 kilo dumbbells for this one, but you still feel the burn, even though the weight is so light. In my opinion, it's a great way to finish off your shoulders after you've already done a little bit for your shoulders. And then later on that day, we move on to some deadlifts. As you can see, setting up the camera just there. Don't know why I didn't cut that bit out, but it is what it is. Kicking the bar. I don't know why I do that. It's like a little ritual thing that I do, but I kick the bar just before I lift. Okay, going into the lift now. Now this is actually 160 kilos on the bar. Now a few weeks back, I struggled really bad with this and it moved fast that day. This now is 180. We skipped over 170. We thought go for 180 because we couldn't do it last time. Managed to move the 180 very, very nicely, pretty quickly as well. I said to myself, going for 190, I've got to try it. And we pull 190. Now it may have been a little bit of a grind, but we still pulled 190. So it's very good to see. And I'm very surprised that I've actually pulled 190 again, considering I haven't trained for like a week now. But after my leg days, I always move on to these sets of hamstring curls and leg extensions. Now, the way I do both of these are the exact same. I do one leg at a time. We take the weakest leg first, which for me would be my left leg because it's not my dominant leg. And I will start by doing 2 sets of 10 reps on each leg with about 24 kilos as the weight. On the 3rd set, we do a drop set. So starting with the left leg, I'll drop the weight to around 14 kilos. I'll do 20 reps. I'll drop the weight straight after that down to around 9 kilos. I'll do 10 reps. And then I'll drop the weight down to 5 kilos and I'll do 5 reps, but we're holding it for 5 seconds, as you can see just here. Now, as soon as we finish those 5 reps, we then put the weight back up to the weight we started at and we move on to the right side. So as you can see, finished on my left leg there, we put the weight back up to the 14 kilo area and we start doing the 20 reps again, but on the other leg. Now this exercise really fatigues your hamstrings or your quads, whichever ones you may be working, depending on obviously the machine you're using. And in my opinion, these 2 exercises have been the main reason for why my deadlift got up to 210 so quickly originally. Now, obviously it's not just down to the fact that I did these 2 exercises. There's a lot of other things come into play, but in terms of actually strengthening my quads and my hamstrings, I do believe that isolation through use of these machines are a key aspect in my deadlift becoming so strong. As you can see, just trying to push through these last few reps just here. We're doing the 5-second holds now, slapping the machine because for some reason I do that. Just digging deep for these. I mean, the 5 kilos, if you've ever done a drop set before and you're using a very light weight at the end, you know how heavy that light weight feels. Where usually it's nothing, on the drop set it feels heavy. Moving on to leg extension, I actually filmed the standard sets that I do before I move into the drop set. So this is the standard 10 reps on each leg. We do this for 2 sets and then on your final set you go into the drop set. So it's the exact same process as the hamstring curl. We do the left side first, we do 20 reps on the left side, we then drop the weight, do 10 reps, drop the weight again and do 5 5-second holds. Now this is all I really did for this training day. There were a few other little bits that I did that I didn't film, just things such as a little bit of mobility work, things like the initial deadlifts that we did to just get warmed up, just those standard kind of things that you would do anyway. I would like to say apologies for the microphone quality because I know that it can be annoying and I know it's not the best microphone, but we'll get that fixed as soon as possible. I would also like to say this 210 deadlift is going to come back very quickly for me, and very soon I'm predicting, if not by Christmas, then just after Christmas, we could be questioning whether we can do 220 kilos. Now at that point for me things get very fun because it's like that fire gets in your belly again and then you're like, yeah, come on, let's go now because I'm back where I was, let's progress even more. For now I'm not motivated at all, and I know it shouldn't be about motivation, it should be about discipline, but motivation of course does help, and it's just a grind to get back to that point you was already at because you're like, oh, I can't really be bothered. But we're gonna get there, we're gonna push through. So I will say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like the video and I'll see you in the next one.